Hi guys, Arnold Aaron is here from Mr.Gadget.com.au. Back on the camera. I know it's been a while doing a review on the Apple iPhone 5, which has just hit the stores last week. I missed out on the lucky draw for the iPhone 5 at the Hong Kong Apple Store. Apparently they were sold out very quickly. So I resorted to ordering one via the Australian Apple Store, and I got one, but it won't be delivered until next week. So what I did was I called up CSL 1010 and they had stock of the iPhone 5, but only the white ones. The black ones have been very popular, and that's what I ordered. So I went there and I reserved one. I picked one up today, and here it is. This is the white iPhone 5 64 gig version for my wife. As you can see straight away, the box pretty much looks the same. It's just the photo of the iPhone itself. They've shot it at just displaying it at a different perspective. This time they're showing the side of it, perhaps to show the new slim design. Let's open it up. Voila! Here is the iPhone 5. Straight away, you can see that it's longer than the iPhone 4S. This is of course due to the newer and longer 4-inch screen. As you can see, it's the same Retina technology display that's being used. In terms of overall design, I must say that this is a beautiful piece of work. As I turn around, you'll notice something that catches the light is this new beveled steel that basically surrounds the device, the edges of the device. When you compare this to the iPhone 4S, you'll see that the 5 is missing the glass, and what Apple has done is basically compress the device so that the metal band with its bevel edging is now at the edge of the iPhone, not the glass itself. And the result is this beautiful finish. You see they also use the anodized metal on the back, which is apparently the same metal that they use in the MacBooks. This two-tone effect just gives it that extra stylish look. It works out perfectly as well as the camera is positioned above that space. And they've got a nice shiny iPhone logo and iPhone wording there. Here is the new Lightning charge port. You'll see right there. So it's smaller. New designed speakers designs over there. Holes. Here is the audio 3.5 audio jack. The new nano SIM. So yes guys, remember when you do get an iPhone 5, remember to get a new nano SIM for it. I'm pretty sure there are some people who've had to drive all the way back to the store to get their nano SIM. Apparently you can actually cut up a micro SIM or even a normal SIM card to the size of a nano SIM. Just follow the instructions online. The power button is in the same spot. And on the side we have the volume and mute controls. So it looks like they've spaced it out even a little bit more. And if you look closely enough, they've got a narrow mute button. Not sure why that is. Perhaps people were flicking it on too easily or flicking it off. So just these minor enhancements always make for a better device. And in terms of feel, it's definitely lighter than the iPhone 4S, I think, which weighs at 140 grams, whereas the new iPhone 5 weighs at 112. Yeah, so it feels like a very nice device. It's like when you compare it to the Samsung Galaxy S3, which I've been using to basically test out my new Aranez cases, leather cases. This is a cow leather case, flip case that I've made for it. Free plug for myself. You'll see that it's quite different in its design. I must admit, I do like the feel of the Samsung Galaxy S3 because the way that it curves, it feels nicely in your hand. But because of the narrowness, or the more narrow design of the iPhone 5, you automatically get that anyway. It's always felt comfortable in the hand. And I believe that Apple have done, hours and hours of study and research to find devices that are just ergonomic. And as I've been mentioning in my tweets, when you hold the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the iPhone 5 together, the S3 just feels a lot more, just feels like a chunk of plastic in your hand, whereas the iPhone 5, it's just glass and steel. And as you know, there's a big difference between the feeling of both. Glass and metal definitely feel more expensive than just having a chunk of plastic. That doesn't take away from the curvaceous, stylish Samsung design, but I'm just saying personally, I like the sophisticated feel of the iPhone 5. It's like comparing a Nissan or a Japanese sports car against a European sports car. There's a reason why, there's more brand prestige with the iPhone than there is with the Samsung Galaxy S3. Okay, I'm not dissing you Android people out there, just that's my personal opinion that the iPhone 5 feels a lot better. The Retina screen is still present as per its predecessor. One of the first things I always check out is the camera, and I've been taking a couple of shots with this tonight, and as you can see, it's very fast in terms of taking the shot and then storing it. When I compared it to the iPhone 4S and the Samsung Galaxy S3, it's what Apple says it is in terms of the camera. It's got better low light performance, which means that if you're in a restaurant or you're inside, when it's it's only got the light and no natural light, you can take excellent photos. And what Apple have done as well is improved the noise, which means that you don't get that grainy look that you get from especially the Samsung Galaxy S3 when you're taking it inside. And they've also increased the vividness and saturation of colors, which means that you get more of the color tone, even more than the 4S. When I compared this against the Samsung Galaxy S3, which has a decent camera, I like the iPhone 5 better, and I believe it's a better camera because one thing that I've had problems with a lot of the Sony and Samsung phones is they have a green tinge, whereas I believe the iPhone has more natural colors. And also, one cool thing that I like about the iPhone 5 is the panorama feature, which I believe it's a lot easier to use than the one on the Samsung Galaxy S3. So simply press the button and move it, and then when you're done, press it, and voila, you have an awesome panoramic picture. Even though there's a bit of curves there, I found the panorama feature on the iPhone 5 a lot easier to use than on the Samsung Galaxy S3, which is a bit more fiddly because it does it by blue, it has blue outlines for each screen that you need to take. Well done to Apple. It just goes to show that Apple spends, I believe, a lot more time in user design than the other companies, which makes it such a great and easy device to use. I don't want to go too much in terms of the apps. I will look at the maps with you just to show you how good or bad it is. Everyone knows, of course, that they're not using Google Maps as their default map app. They're now using their own Apple Maps. So I'm just gonna zoom into where I live in Hong Kong. I live on Kowloon side, and I live on a very famous shopping center, and it's showing here. It's even got some boats which are in the harbor that I can see pretty much every day. And there's my place right there. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good, and it's quite responsive. I do like how you can just slide and it'll just render the images fairly quickly. It's not that bad for those people who are crying about it. I don't use maps that much these days, but from what I see so far, it's decent. A couple of my friends though who live in London, and one of my friends has an apartment in Paddington, near Paddington Station. He says he can't see Paddington Station, so Apple, you need to fix that for him. Shout out to Ming and Timothy. So there you go, guys. Just a very quick video, just to let you guys know that I'm alive, but also just to show you Apple's latest release creation, the iPhone 5, quickly compared against the iPhone 4S, its predecessor. Let me just do and check out the thickness of each. This is the design. Hasn't, you know, that's a much more smarter design to use. It feels a little bit thicker than the 4S, I think it is. And this is a Samsung Galaxy S3. Yeah, if you definitely like bigger screens in Android, the Galaxy S3 is the one to get at the moment. Yeah. So there you have it, guys. This is the new iPhone 5. Just checking my website. Yeah. This is the new iPhone 5 that was released by Apple on the shelves last week. I'm going to quickly show you what's in the box before I go. Let's open it up. The new headphones. Apparently Apple's done a lot of work on these headphones. They've spoken to hundreds and hundreds of people, did some 3D modeling to see what was the most common and most effective shape for their earphones. And I can't wait to try these out. As you can see, there's a lot of focus on this, it's like a nozzle where the sound comes out, so it ensures that the sound is very focused and is isolated and goes directly into your ear. Very nice. Of course, they're white. Comes with a adapter. This is, for those who don't know, this is the Hong Kong adapter. And here is the new Lightning USB adapter. It's decently long as well. USB, and for all those who want to see, focus. Come on. Let me try this out. Yeah, it's so much easier. It's double-sided as well. So if you're fumbling away in the dark, or in the car, or on your bike, it's very easy to get it in charge. Perfect. It's 1:40 a.m. I've got to hit the office tomorrow for an early meeting. I've got to go. Guys, hope you liked that little insight into the iPhone 5. Do I recommend you getting one? If you have a 4S, probably not. But if you have an iPhone 4 or 3 GS, yeah, definitely. This is the one to go to next. You'll see it's using the A6 processor, which is twice as fast. It's got all the latest Wi-Fi capabilities. It's 4G LTE, 802.11, A, B, G, N, Bluetooth 4, you name it, it's fast. It's slimmer, it's lighter, it's cool. iPhone 5 by Apple. Cheers guys.